Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and welcome to episode 7 of the DGA podcast. I am your host, Vince, and with me is...
Idly!
Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Wow.
I love that scene. I love SpongeBob in general, just because it's so fun anyway. Episode 7, DGA podcast. So, we're going to do another top 5 for you this week. Top 5 city/colony builders. I have a love for city builders, I guess I'll say. I just love managing stuff in video games. I love the economy. I love making the rules my own. People have to live however I want them to live, and so on. So, yeah, I know. I'm usually a tyrant, but so it goes. Mm-hmm. Was this a tough list for you, or...?
It was kind of, because at first I was like, okay, I got this. But then I started thinking of more, and I'm like, maybe I don't got this. And then the more I thought, I was like, the more like I try to think of even more city builders, I was like, there's not very many good ones out there. But, you know, I think I got it. I think I got my top 5.
Okay. Cool. All right, so folks...
Stay a while and listen.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. All right, I have a sound effect for number 5. Whenever Idle's done fixing her hair... There we go. So, number 5... I wish I had a sound effect for that. I mean, the closest is...
Put that cookie down! Now!
But if I could replace cookie with hair, put the hair down now.
Put that hair down!
Put that cookie down!
But
now!
Unfortunately, I don't have any sound effect for hair yet. I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I got some new sound effects for our 5 here. So number 5.
5? Yeah. Cookies in tummy. 5 cookies. Thank you, Ernie. Bye-bye.
What? 5. Don't you know Sesame Street?
You know, you could really put all Sesame Street, like, quotes in our top 5s and stuff.
I could. But
That would work.
this one is Cookie Monster and Ernie.
5? Yeah.
Okay.
Cookies in tummy. 5 cookies.
I can replay it again
Thank
if
you,
you'd
Ernie.
like.
Bye-bye.
No, thanks.
Or you can continue playing with your hair. You know, every time I catch you playing with your hair...
No,
Put that cookie
it's
down!
Too much.
Now!
No, every time.
Put that cookie down!
Did
Now!
you fix my hair? Okay, fine,
Put
fine,
that
fine.
cookie down! Put that cookie down! Now!
Okay.
Put that cookie down!
No!
Now!
Okay, I'm done.
Sit on your hands. Sit on your hands.
No, I'll squish him.
That's the point.
Put
I have
that
to put my
cookie
cookie
down!
down.
Now!
Stop it! Stop
All right,
it!
what's your number 5?
My number 5?
Yeah.
My number 5 was Anno 2205. Have you ever heard of Anno 2205 before?
I've actually never played that game.
You've never played Anno 2205. How dare you?
No. I
Anno
know.
2205 is a city builder in the sense that you're starting from scratch, and it's got more of a sci-fi theme to it. You build on, I believe it's Earth, and then you eventually build on the moon. So...
Stop it!
Put that cookie down! Put that
I
cookie
can't
down!
help
Put
it,
that
you're
cookie
talking,
down!
though.
Put
So I
that
have
cookie
to.
down! Put that cookie down!
Fine. Go
Now!
ahead. You're building on the California.
Yes, building on all the Californias. No, you're building on the main planet, and then eventually
Okay.
you'll be able to build on the moon. In between your city building, like in any Anno game, there's a lot of resource chaining. You build product A and product B, and that'll feed your people, and it's like the lowest class of people that you get. As you fulfill all of their demands, you unlock higher class of people that demand more things. So now products A and B need to be refined into product C, which is demanded by the next higher tier of people. And so on. It continues like that until I think there's like 4 tiers of people. And the highest tier demand some of the most expensive products. And some of which you can only get by creating production chains on a different land or on the moon in this case. So this Anno game plays like other Anno games, but has that futuristic theme that I really enjoy. There is a real-time strategy combat thing in between the city building that you can embark on, and this will give you bonus resources and other things. It's a nice little break. It's not like the most strategic RTS I've ever played in that sense, but just to break up the monotony, there is you control these battleships or other fleet ships on the water, and you just destroy things. It's okay. Like, it's not the main draw of the game. It just seems like it was tacked on as extra stuff. I would have been fine with just the city building, honestly. But you've never played an Anno game before.
No, I haven't. What is it similar to?
Well, I mean, if you've never played an Anno game ever, Caesar. Have you ever played a Caesar game?
I've never played Caesar.
Okay. City Skylines, but with the industry expansion.
Okay.
There's, again,
that's the closest.
Well, it's best as I can. I mean, there's resource chaining. Resource A feeds resource B, and then the people need that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or A and B combine into C, and the people need that. So it's difficult to describe an Anno game to someone that's never played an Anno game before.
Yeah.
But once you've played one, you can sort of play the rest because they all have a similar style of playing, even with different themes. Like, Anno 1800 was more, I think it was Victorian, I can't remember exactly. But it was more, 1800s, whereas this is 2205, this is more futuristic. And a little trivia, all of the Anno titles, the dates add up to the number 9. So, Anno 1800, take all the digits, 1800, that adds up to 9. 2205 adds up to 9. 2440, I can't remember what it was. It was like 2405 or something. That adds up to 9.
2403.
Yes, it was something like that. I don't remember. I don't remember the exact. It was something like 1404 was another one.
Oh.
2205. So all of these Anno games are good in their own right, but I really enjoyed this one. I just like the futuristic theme of it.
Cool.
So that was my number 5. What was your number 5?
Autonauts. Is that considered a city builder?
Okay, so the way I thought about city builders, as far as this top 5 is concerned, it's sort of open to interpretation, but any game that allows you to manage a population that is living in your city. So technically, are these people living in your city? Like, do you gain population over time? Do you have to take care of them?
Oh yeah.
How do you take care of the Autonauts?
You have to apply robots to collect resources, and then you dish out those resources. So you have to maintain their economy to keep them happy.
Do they consume anything? Do they Okay. Then I guess this is kind of a city builder. I mean, that wouldn't be my first choice, but again, this is open to interpretation.
Yeah, I mean, this is more like a village builder, I think.
Yeah, that's why I said city/colony builder, because there are other games on this list that I have that your population might not grow more than 10, but it's still like you're growing a little colony or a little town, and you're managing a population of some kind. And you can manage a population in this, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So it's like, not a mass city builder, but a colony village builder of sorts. Yeah,
okay.
So, and it's a cute little game. I think I've actually had this on my top 5, on another top 5, didn't I?
I believe so. You like this game a lot.
I do. I love this game. I never have time to play it, but I just love this game.
The programming or what?
It's so cute. Do
you like the programming aspect of it, or do you
I love all of it, honestly. I love the fact that you can start off as a little tiny person and build a robot up to where you can build like an army of robots, and you can like just have a whole village of actual people that you can help raise, like this whole village, and you can like farm, you can construct, I think, vehicles or something, you can fish, you can keep babies happy. There's so much resource collecting, and it is the crux of it really is the whole programming logistics thing. So
It gets tedious after a while, doesn't it? Like, the more bots that are in your town, the more programming you have to manage.
Yeah, it's a little overwhelming. It kind of, I don't want to say it's a big brain game because I don't have a very big brain, but it's a very overwhelming Wikipedia type of game. I'm serious though. Like, I know my faults.
Stop it!
Like, it's very program heavy, and if you don't know how to program, this is such a stepping stone to like learn how to program, because it really does dissect little things, and you can really learn from it. It's pretty easy. It's simplified.
It has no relation to like any modern day programming language. It's more in-game programming. It's not like it's not like you can do basic or C++ programming after you play this game.
But you know, Factorio was the first game that ever really taught me about actual logic gates. And this game, you can actually use logic gates, and I don't know any other way to learn logic gates except for like, online. But those two games are like the biggest, I don't know, learning things.
No, that makes sense. Okay.
Like the NOR, what is it?
NOR, or, and.
NOR, yeah, and
the conjunctions.
Something else.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
No, it was overwhelming for me. If I had more time, I'd do it. But like, when you've got other games like Factorio where you don't have to really program, so it's like it's easier to set up a large thing without nitty gritty details. Like the Autonauts is very nitty gritty details. In my opinion. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like the little micromanaging. I like the trying to set up a robot to a very certain specific way so that he can do your bidding. I think it's kind of cool.
Okay. That's fair enough. All right. I have a number 4 sound effect. Now, I combined 3 and 4 into 1 because this sound clip is like 30 seconds, so bear with me.
I don't want to eat apple.
You're not going to eat the apple.
No, eat cookies.
If you don't eat the apple, I will have not 3 apples, but I will have...
But apple's so good and juicy, I eat.
He is going to eat the apple, so
No,
I will not have 4.
I want apple.
But instead I will have 3.
Well, why not?
I will have
No
3.
apple.
Wait a minute. I will have 4 apples. No, I will have...
No, I want apple.
3 apples.
No, I don't want apple.
I will not have...
I do want apple.
He does want the apple.
I don't.
He doesn't want the apple. We'll have
No, I should not have apple.
4 apples. We have...
Yeah, I want apple.
We have... he wants it,
No,
so we'll
I
have
bet
3.
not.
No,
No,
he
no.
doesn't want the apple.
Wow, dude.
What? So it's
That is the longest clip.
you like that?
Just for a number 4. That's ridiculous.
We're gonna play it again for number 3.
No, that's ridiculous. Why can't it be like number 4?
I don't want to eat apple.
Just for that, I'm gonna
No,
play.
eat
No, I'm
cookies.
kidding.
You don't eat the apple.
Number 4. What?
You could have had you could have a recording of yourself saying number 4 at least 40 times before that clip was over. Just saying.
No one wants that. No one
What's
wants
your
that.
number 4?
My number 4?
Yes.
My number 4 was Tropico 4.
Ah.
Now, I know a lot of you are going, well, what about Tropico 5? What about Tropico 6? How can you talk about Tropico 4 when Tropico... whatever. I think out of all the Tropico games I've ever played, Tropico 4 is my favorite. Tropico 5 and Tropico 6 tried doing new things, and it simplified the rent and the wages too much. In Tropico 4, you could actually set rent is exactly 5 coin or 9 coin or whatever. You can actually physically set the money or wages. You can set how much wages you pay your workers. In 5 and 6, it was 1 through 5. Like there was a budget 1 through 5. You clicked low or high. It was like really low, really high, and then there was 3 in between. Don't like that. And then 5 and 6 also introduced other mechanics that I just didn't, I wasn't crazy about. Like when we tried playing Tropico 6 multiplayer, the Caribbean average was based off of like, if my people got happier, your happiness went down because I was driving the happiness up. So your political standing was actually worse. You know what I mean? It was like, I was affecting what you were doing, even though it was a co-op experience. We were supposed to be cooperative and working together, but because I did better than you, your government was more, I don't know, like your population was harder to please, and it was harder for you to win an election. Like, it was stupid. Like, there was some decisions that were made in Tropico 5 and 6 I didn't care for. Tropico 4, I think, was the best Tropico out of the entire series. And as a city builder, it's fantastic because instead of having residential and commercial industrial zones like you do in SimCity, you have individual buildings. I contemplated putting SimCity Societies on this list because of that very fact, but I think Tropico 4 just offers a bit more than SimCity Societies does. And I enjoy it better.
So is it safe to say that SimCity Societies is not on this list?
I am going to say that, yes, it's not on this list. Even that was a consideration, but it's not on this list.
Interesting. I bet if I had played, because I've never played SimCity Societies, but I have a feeling that if I did, it would probably be on my list. Maybe.
I mean,
I've seen you play it. It looks so much fun. I wish I could play it so bad.
SimCity Societies is more about balancing the 6 types of cultures. Like, there's the knowledge culture, the artsy culture, the working class culture, like the labor culture. And you have to, like, every building that you put down either gives you or takes away from these cultures, and you have to keep a balance. It's interesting. I like it for that reason, but like Tropico, you place down individual buildings that are named, not just standard zones that turn into whatever. So that's one, and Tropico has a bit of a learning curve, but I think it's a great game once you get into it and start learning how to play it. And you've played Tropico, so you're familiar with this.
I agree. I absolutely agree. There are a little more things that I'd like to delve into, but I will wait.
I understand. I understand why.
And you guys will hear why in a second.
So what was your number 4?
My number 4 was Frostpunk.
Frostpunk! I have no knowledge of Frostpunk. Tell me about Frostpunk.
I recently started playing Frostpunk. I've seen you play it quite a few times. And I remember saying, oh, this looks like a meh type of game. It looks like any other game. And, it looks fine. It's whatever. But then I played it and I'm like, dude, what is this? Like, this actually gave me anxiety. It is such a great game that when a game gives you such an overwhelming feeling of, oh crap, how are my people going to survive this? Like, that is such a testament to how good a game that is. And I think Frostpunk hit the nail on the head. I love the weather system. I love how challenging and how difficult it can be. And I've never seen a game like that where the weather just like takes a turn and can just wipe out all your people in one go. And it's really creepy. Like, I love the snow. I love the snow so much. But when you see a blizzard like that, like destroying the world, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so creepy.
I like Frostpunk too. My only complaint with it is that even on the easiest difficulty level, it can still kick your butt.
Yes.
I think the balance is off. I think it needs rebalance so that on easier difficulty settings, it's more relaxed, laid back. The temperature doesn't rise as quickly. Like, this game is a timed city builder. If you do not build and keep up with the technology, eventually the game will kill you because the weather gets colder and colder and colder and colder. And if you don't have those braziers and other things to keep your buildings and your people warm, you're dead. I wish on the easier difficulty settings it would slow down and give the user time to just have fun in a casual manner. It's just a shame that it doesn't. But otherwise, this game is fantastic.
Yeah, the game definitely has a meta to it. Like, it's very puzzly in the sense that you really should build this first and this first and this first. But once you get those basic buildings going, then the game kind of gets a little bit easier early on. But again, it's a lot of trial and error, and the random events can really mess you up. But I don't know. I love that whole sense of apocalyptic feel, and it really pulls on my heartstrings. I like this game. I can't help it.
This game proves that you don't need a zombie post-apocalyptic environment for a good game to be made. Like, this is the only thing that's the only post-apocalyptic danger you're facing in this game is the cold, and then of course food and other things. But like, it's like the Long Dark. It's not zombies that's going to kill you. It's the cold. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Only the Long Dark is first-person exploration survival. This is a city builder exploration or city builder survival game with you know, cold being your primary danger.
A lot of city builders have like the whole being in debt or people starving or people getting sick, and this game has that, but the weather just like it really packs a punch. Like it could just mind blow you over. I don't know. I can't. It's hard to put into words. Like, this is a game that you really got to play it to grasp what the game's all about. Because upon seeing it at first glance, it looks fine. It looks great. It looks meh. But yeah, this game packs a punch.
Agreed. It's tough. Like I said, I think I would play it more had the difficulty been a bit more, had a bit more balanced. But I like it. I would still play it. It has a sandbox mode too, but even then, like the sandbox mode has an issue where it's hard in the beginning, but once you get going, it's easy. Like the difficulty curve is weird. It spikes in the beginning and then it trails off because you've got the technology to survive. Once you reach a certain point, you can just coast the rest of the game. It's that difficulty hump in the beginning that you have to get over. To me, that's poor balance. In my opinion,
a lot of games are like that. I think a lot of engine builders too, like that little hump that you go over, and then like once you get your engine going, smooth sailing.
I don't like that. I would prefer easier start, and then the game get harder as I play, as I get better, and that's what Frostpunk does. It just does it too quickly, in my opinion. Yeah. But all right. I'm beating a dead horse. I've already.
No, that's understandable. I see your gripes about it.
Mm-hmm. But I like it. I do like it. It's something I considered for this list. I'll just say that.
Cool.
So number 3, I have a sound effect for that one as well.
That should take 30 minutes.
I don't want to eat apple.
You're not going to eat the apple.
No, eat cookies.
If you don't eat the apple, I will have not 3 apples, but I will have...
But apple's so good and juicy, I eat.
He is going to eat the apple.
The eyes are rolling back into your head.
But instead I will have 3.
Well, why not?
I will have 3.
Apple.
All right, I will save everyone.
I want apple.
It's the same clip.
It is. They say 3 and 4, so I just use them for both. Yeah.
Okay, just play it 3 times, and we'll be all set. I'm just kidding, please, for the love of all
things. All right, I will do that. It's a minute 30.
I don't want
What is your number 3?
No, eat cookies.
You sure you want to talk about number 3? Don't want to listen to this clip?
No, I'm kidding.
All right. My number 3 was City Skylines.
Oh, wow.
City Skylines, I've said it before, I'll say it again. City Skylines is the modern-day SimCity that we never got. Yes, SimCity was released, I want to say 5-6 years ago. But it was terrible at launch, and I don't think I ever recovered from that. The maps are small. In City Skylines, you can actually unlock new parts, and like you start off with one grid, and then as you get more population, you unlock more things and more areas. You can unlock more areas and make your place huge. So I don't know, like compared to SimCity, I think City Skylines is the definitive SimCity of its day, and it's my only gripe with it is the amount of DLC attached to it. That's a typical Paradox Interactive thing where every game has to have 15 DLCs, and but at the same time you don't have to buy them all. The core game is good. Industries is a good DLC to buy if you're looking for something a bit more meaty. But I have a review out there, the City Skylines review out there on my Dad on a Budget playlist, so if you want to see about those more in detail, go check that out. But yeah, as a city builder, I think this deserves a spot on the list because, again, it's the SimCity that we need for today's generation, and it's pretty enjoyable to play. It's just fun creating a city. It has mod support. You can enable, disable mods at will. I think one mod let me fly around the city or go first person. I don't know if they still work, but that's something you could do in prior mods. You can add parking garages. I wish the default game vanilla had more building graphics. Like I would look on the road and see, oh, there's a donut truck. Oh, there's another donut truck. Oh, there's another donut truck. Oh, there's another. Like I wish the skins were more varied. But again, there are mods for that. But still, I don't think the game should need mods to fix that problem. I think that should have been inherent, from the beginning. You've played City Skylines. You like it?
Yes, I love this game. I do agree that this is a very mod-heavy type of game. I think they relied a bit too much on DLC and mods instead of like the actual core base game, at least graphically, I think. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I adore this game. I think it's a wonderful game.
Which chirper hat do you prefer?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I love them all. I think the astronaut is it's probably my favorite. The
astronaut. There's a little bird, folks, at the top of the window, and it's your news feed. Instead of it being called Twitter, it's called Chirper. That's where they draw the parallel there. It's basically Twitter but Chirper, and this Chirper will tell you what's happening in your city. But you can put hats on them. Mine's the fedora.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's so cute. Isn't the sound different, like with certain hats?
That I don't know. I never have my sound. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I don't remember, to be honest. I have to play that game more, but I do love the game. I think it's so beautiful and it's so relaxing, and the music is just, God, it's just so wonderful. Okay. I can't say any more about it.
I understand. I understand. The car physics, I think, will work. Like, you'll look at and you'll see cars running into each other and through each other. That's annoying, but it's something that you can overlook, I suppose, So, yeah, I mean, as a city builder, it's great. Electricity, water, police coverage, medical coverage, like everything in a SimCity game is here. So, yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised that it's that low on your list.
I've got other ones I like better.
Okay. Can't wait to hear them. I'm wondering.
What was your number 3?
My number 3 was Tropico 5 and 6.
Tropico 5 and 6. So
yes.
What?
Actually, all of the Tropicos.
Okay. What about Tropico 5 and 6 specifically? Like, what made it stand out?
So let me refer back to your Tropico 4, right?
Okay.
I played. You got me 4, and I didn't play it a lot, but I did play it, and it was so similar to 5. And the whole managing the rent and stuff, it didn't make that much of a difference to me personally. I think it was just a little tiny detail, but the rest of the game was just the same. So I played Tropico 5 more because I was used to it, by that point. And then we both got 6, and oh my gosh, I fell in love with 6, and I liked multiplayer's Tropico 5. It was so much easier than 6. 6 it was kind of convoluted with the whole percentage appreciation, something like that, percentage appeal or whatever.
Right, where I would affect you, even though it was co-op. I did affected you, and vice versa.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying, but I do like Tropico 5 and 6. They both play the same kind of. I don't know. Yes, they're fun games. They have Spanish music, and I'm Spanish. It makes me feel like I'm back in my hometown sometimes. So
I actually listen to the Tropico soundtrack off game. Like, I would play that. I would listen to it, and it's good. I like it.
It is. It's pretty fantastic. And at first I was really having a tough time trying to play this because, again, I'm simple. I don't know how to do the whole economy based game type of stuff. But when Vince taught me, it was a lot easier, and I grasped it, and now I can say that I'm kind of, a pro at Tropico. So there's a small learning curve, but once you get it, you get it.
Yeah, it's I learned Tropico from Tropico 1 when it was released. Tropico 1, it has a much more unfriendly user interface, and trying to learn Tropico on Tropico 1, that was rough. And then Tropico 3, I'm like, wow, everything is so much better. And then Tropico, wow, this is so much easier. The quality of life content from Tropico 1 to 3 and 4, it was crazy.
Wow.
But that's why I know it so well, because Tropico 1 forced me to, like, I didn't have a lot of the creature comforts that when I first learned Tropico, it was Tropico 1, and there were no creature comforts at all in Tropico 1 to make your life easier. So I had to learn the game, like hard mode going in.
That makes me kind of want to take a look at Tropico 1, 2, and 3, but not play it.
I understand.
Honestly.
No, fair enough. Okay, moving on to our number 2. And if you hear any sort of lawn mowing going on in the background, my neighbor picked just the right time. Just the right time. It always, anyway. Never fails. Our number 2 sound effects. I guess you guys know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, as everything. I'm just
Put that cookie down! Now! Put that cookie down!
I have to fix my
Now!
hair.
Put
I'm
that
gonna
cookie
do
down!
Mother Teresa.
Put
Alright,
that
fine.
cookie down! Put that cookie down! Now!
Thank you.
No!
No.
This is me, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, Arnold. Arnold. Hey, Arnold. All right.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2. My number 2 was Oxygen Not Included.
That is not a city builder.
It's a colony builder. That's why I put colony. You do manage a population and Oxygen Not Included. And that was the criteria. Can you manage a population? Yes. Do you feed them? Do they consume things? Yes. Can they die? Do they, they don't technically move out.
City builder.
It is.
No?
It's a colony builder.
It's a resource management game.
It's also a colony builder. You can disagree all you want, but in my opinion, you're gaining people and you're trying to keep them alive.
Fine. Oxygen Not Included is on my list too. Then
Wrong. Again, we did say at the beginning of this that this was open to interpretation. But to me, I see Oxygen Not Included as a colony builder. Yes, it's a colony survival sim, but look at Frostpunk. It's a survival building game as well.
The base building.
Look at you can build a base in Oxygen Not Included. Can you not?
That's what I'm saying. That game is base building and city building to me are totally different things.
Okay,
well, like Sheltered. Sheltered is not a city building, but it's a base building.
That's open to interpretation.
Okay, fine.
The criteria was, can you take care of people? Will new people come and will they live in your area, like your little colony or city? Can you keep them fed? Can you keep them happy? Do they demand things? Okay. That was the criteria. So that's why I chose this.
Is RimWorld a city builder?
It's a colony builder. It's a colony sim. Yeah, I would say that RimWorld is a colony sim.
I avoided colonies and just went with like cities.
The name of the top 5 that I gave you was top 5 city/colony builders.
Yeah. I
said that. Colony builders. I specifically put in colony.
You didn't say colony, you said city builders.
I said city/colony. Anyway, Oxygen Not Included. So, we could spend another 10 minutes arguing about whether or not this is a valid entry, or we could talk about Oxygen Not Included.
If I put Autonauts on there, alright, fine. You can put Oxygen Not Included in there.
Sit down.
Yeah. Okay. Autonauts is kind of a colony builder. But I picture that more as like Village because you could put buildings down. Anyways, okay, I'm sorry. Oxygen Not Included. What is that game? I've never heard of it.
You're fired.
Oxygen Not Included. You have 3 or so people in the beginning that are thrown into this underground environment, and your task is to keep them alive. They need food, they need oxygen. Breathing in this game is like one of the primary resources. You need oxygen. certain things will produce oxygen, carbon dioxide. There's hydrogen and other things, infectious diseases. So you're growing a very small colony and trying to keep people alive. They gain skills over time. There's a tech tree. I want to play this to its conclusion. I always quit because I never have the time to continue playing it. I get to the point where I can get into the slime area, and then I'm like out of my element. I don't know what I'm doing. I put it down, then I never come back to it. Like, I'm good up to that point when I get to the slime biome. But I've never gotten to the surface and launched a rocket. I want to. This is a game I want to finish, but I've played it like 10, 15 times, and I've never seen the game through. It's like Factorio. I'll start a new playthrough, but never complete it.
I agree.
You've played this before?
I have. I played it for a little while. It was pretty fun. The science behind it mind boggles me. Like, the whole you need nitrogen and H2O to clean air, like all this stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, because I failed science as a kid. But it's a fun game. I like the managing of I like the managing of all those little, what are they called again? The peoples?
I
Papers.
No, right? It's on the tip of my tongue. I'll look
Clones,
it up.
Duplicates.
Duplicate. Like, I think it's replicants or duplicants or something like that.
Okay, something like that. But he's googling it, folks. I can see that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am totally not Googling, and I'm totally not stalling right now. I think this is the best top 5 ever. Not top stalling. 5. Duplicates. They're called duplicates.
Okay. So, yeah, it's a fun game. I really like it. I'm glad it's on your top 5, even though it's not a city builder. But, you know, it's a great game. The science behind it, again, what mind boggles me. But it's really fun.
Okay.
I like the challenge. It's a very challenging game.
It is challenging. I wish there was an easier mode for us, people that want a more casual experience.
I like that it relates to Don't Starve Together.
Yeah, well, they're made by the same company.
Yeah, exactly.
Fly Entertainment.
The graphics are so cool. And I do like the challenging aspect of it, to be honest. I do wish it was easier, but I still I would totally play it on that difficulty because it makes your brain thinking and it makes your strategy skills be put to work. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty fun. Again, I like the whole logic gates that they have in there. Like, you can make some serious automations.
Mm-hmm.
And I've yet to wrap my head around that.
I haven't done that either. I that's the part of the game, like in Factorio, when it comes to logic stuff, I'm like out of my element.
I've seen people do some crazy looking things, and I try and copy it, and when it works, I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome! I have to understand why this works, and when I try to understand why it works, I just rage uninstall. So
understandable.
It's still a fun game though. That's a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. What was your number 2?
SimCity 5.
SimCity 5. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That's just.
I know. It's like saying the launch of No Man's Sky is the best thing in the world. But I like SimCity 5. I did. It's my opinion.
I'm just going to play this boo clip until you're done speaking. So talk about SimCity 5.
At least it's a city builder. So, anyways, applications are probably being accepted for a new co-host.
No comments. I would have simply say...
You're fired. You're fired.
Just spam it. Listen, I liked SimCity 5.
You're fired.
I don't like any of the SimCities, to be honest. I played like the first one, I think, for PS1, and I didn't like it. I saw SimCity, the other SimCities, like 2000 or whatever, and I didn't like it. The graphics looked terrible, and even then, the mechanics were like meh. But when I first played SimCity 5, it really it took me in. I liked how bubbly the graphics were. I loved the people in there because it reminded me of my own sim games, and I love The Sims. And the resource management wasn't that difficult.
Right.
The space to build was difficult, but I liked that too because it was a puzzle. It was like a legit puzzle, and you really had to micromanage where you put your buildings.
I have to
And-
interject. SimCity
Okay.
was never a puzzle game. SimCity was how big can you make your city? And
Yeah.
and for it to go from let's make this ginormous city, 500,000 people, 1 million people, and then you
Yeah.
turn around and go, well, here's a little dinky small map, puzzle it out. No, that's not what SimCity is.
I get it. I totally understand why people didn't like that. Like, it was a downgrade. For me, because I didn't like the previous SimCities and they were
Put
too
that cookie
overwhelming-
down! Now!
I'm sorry. Because I thought they were like so overwhelming, I liked this version that nobody else liked because of the puzzle aspect, you know? But even then, it was, I don't know. I liked the whole
Put that cookie down!
I'm
now!
just doing this. That's all I'm doing. I'm like thinking. So
Stop it!
I liked the multiplayer aspect too, because you can totally send resources to people and they could send resources back to you if you're running low on something, you know? And I love the whole trading
I like that.
mechanism that they had. I loved the way to unlock other cities. I loved that you can have multiple regions. This game had so much potential, and I'm sad that no one like really liked it because I liked it. You know, City Skylines was a definite step up from it.
City
but-
Skylines was more of a SimCity game compared to
Yeah.
SimCity. That's sad.
Yes, exactly. But I would totally play SimCity 5 again just to have the nostalgia from The Sims and to have that whole puzzly aspect as well. And to me, this was actually a lot more easier than City Skylines because the resources are a lot more manageable and the buildings were, to be honest, kind of cooler. No offense, City Skylines. I love City Skylines, just saying.
No, I understand. All right. Any other comments about it, or you good with that?
No, and I know people are gonna like throw stones
Oh,
at me.
boy.
I love SimCity 5. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I was one of the few that loved it.
No, it's all right. You are entitled to your opinion, but you do need to.
Sit down.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion. That's all.
Sit down. No. That's a lot of baloney what you just said to me.
I love baloney, so
Yeah.
thanks, Judge Judy.
That's baloney.
My number one. I guess I should get my sound effect ready for that.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't even know what this is.
There you have it. One flew over cuckoo's nest. Finally. Very beautiful, very moving, very silly. Join me next week for Rocky 20. Story of 20 rocks. Very heavy stuff.
What?
I love Cookie Monster.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So number one. Number one was Surviving Mars.
I'm surprised you didn't say, what was that game? Oh my gosh. I'm so surprised you didn't say, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait, let
Yes.
me look it up.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
surprised you didn't say House Flipper. It's totally a city building game.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Uh,
Surviving Mars.
Oh my goodness.
Surviving Mars. I like this. This is a game, and yes, there's a lot of DLC with it. It's another Paradox interactive game. But I like it because you start off, and I've already reviewed this recently, so go watch that for more information. But you've got Mars, you're going to colonize on it, you've got to gather resources first before you can even move people to Mars. And you've got people in domes, you got to keep them alive, keep them happy, got to keep them breeding. The DLC that I like with it the most is there's a terraforming DLC where you can start turning Mars into a habitable planet. You increase the temperature and the water, the forests, and something else, the atmosphere, something like that. And you're adjusting all of these things, and you're creating an environment that's habitable for your people to the point where the domes can come down and people can live freely and breathe the open air. I love that, the idea of just terraforming a planet in a city builder. I really love that DLC. So, and in addition to that, there's a huge technology tree. There's various scenarios that you can play, various stories that you have to see your way through. You can ship things from Earth to Mars, various resources, rovers, buildings, prefabs. It's just, there's a lot to do with it. And I don't know, like, as a city builder, I think this is one of the better ones out there. I think late game suffers from a few bugs, but yeah, that was a bright screen that you just had there. But
Sorry.
yeah, it's fine. But yeah,
Right.
I see. But yeah, Surviving Mars, I think, is one of the better, if not one of the best, city builders that I've played in a while. And I think it deserves a really high spot on this list for that reason. Now, have you played Surviving Mars at all?
I have not. I installed it though, so I'm hoping to play it soon. It
And
looks
you like
really, really fun.
You like the soundtrack.
Oh my gosh, I love the soundtrack. I want
There's-
to play it every night when I sleep.
There's 5 or 6 radio stations, one of which is DLC. I think it was Mars Vision was the DLC. Anyway, yeah, there's radio stations you can listen to, and like in City Skylines, there's radio stations, and so on. So yeah,
It's
everything
an
about it.
8-hour-long soundtrack, isn't it?
Yes, it's like 5 to 8
Oh
hours,
my
something like
gosh.
that. Yeah.
That's insane.
But yeah, I really like this. I think Surviving Mars is a fantastic game, and I think if you like city building at all, you should give it a shot. Managing oxygen and water and your research and the people's needs and everything else is quite challenging. And you can change the difficulty. You can add AI opponents. You can take on projects on different parts of the surface of Mars. Again, some of that is DLC based, so if you really want the full experience, you'll have to spend more money, but I think it's worth it, in my opinion. At least, especially on a sale. What was your number one?
My number one was one you've already mentioned, which is City Skylines.
Oh my goodness, what an upset.
Yeah, I know. I said that SimCity 5 was a oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank.
You said that SimCity was better than City Skylines. I'm surprised you had this on.
I didn't say that. I said SimCity Skylines is a step up. That's what I said. It is a step. No, I said City Skylines is a step up.
Right, from SimCity.
5.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I still think SimCity 5 still has like a little bit of more playability.
All right,
yeah,
so tell me what made this
nostalgia.
number one and not SimCity 5?
Because you got it for me. No, because City Skylines.
Good answer. Good answer. I will.
No, actually, listen. If I knew about this whole base building thing, Craft the World would have been my number one. Okay. I'm just
Craft the
kidding.
World?
Craft the
Ugh.
World. That is a colony builder. isn't it?
Technically, it is a colony builder, yes. You could have used Craft the World, I suppose.
All right, that'll be in my honorable mentions then.
Okay.
But City Skylines is one of my favorites because not only did you get it from me, and I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, because that was a great it has a wonderful soundtrack too, and it's just so relaxing. And I actually didn't like it. Not didn't like it, but I couldn't wrap my head around it at first, so I didn't play it a lot until you explained to me what the heck I was doing wrong. And I was like, oh, okay, this is a little bit different
Put that
from,
cookie down!
like, other...
Now!
My hair
Put that
looks
cookie
terrible.
down!
Okay, fine.
Now!
So, it's a great... It's a... Oh, see, you made me lose my train of thought.
Stop it!
It's just...
Who are you?
You taught me what I was doing wrong, and there are a few city builders that I don't play like that, like City Skylines. And if I chose to play that way on City Skylines, I would fail. And now I actually know how to correctly do things. But I love the highways. I love that you can actually make all these like intricate highways. And I know you don't like that. You just like a grid, right?
I like my board cube grid system, nice and square.
I like the whole realistic kind of look, you know.
I mean, people roundabouts are all the rage because they help with traffic, but
yeah,
if you do underground subways, that usually takes care of that.
yeah, I like the subways. I like
Blimps.
I like those T highways too, like those intersections and all that. The bridges, the really crazy.
The four-leaf clovers.
Yeah, there's the bridge that I've always wanted to duplicate in Boston, where I grew up. What is it called? I forgot what it's called. I can't believe I forgot.
Wow.
But yeah, I know. I feel like a horrible human being. But
Wow.
it's one in downtown Boston with the bridge. Oh gosh, I can't believe I forgot. But it's so loopy, and everyone hates it in real life. I want to do it in the game and see how terrible it works in the game. I just hit my mic with my other mic. Why doesn't this stay up?
It's broken. It is. It's broken. Good. I need to get you a different headset. Oh God, here.
This is so stupid. If you guys are listening,
She'll do this for hours. She'll do this for hours. She will.
I'm done. Isn't the Titus laugh? I can't right now. I'm done.
You're sure you're done now?
Yeah, I'm totally done. Oh god, that was hilarious. Oh, Final Fantasy.
So that was our top 5. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm all about the city builders, so I had a fun time with this list, and I'm sure we have some honorable mentions.
Yes, I do. Sorry.
What were your honorable mentions?
Mine was the colonists.
Okay. Another
Yeah, do you
robot
remember
themed. It's a robot themed colony builder. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so cute. You get to like take little resources from those little post office looking things, like mailboxes or whatever they are. But it's pretty fun city builder.
Cool.
Banished was actually almost on my top 5.
Okay.
That's pretty fun. It's pretty difficult, but it's really fun. Flotsam, I loved Flotsam.
Okay. I don't remember that off the top of my head, but
Oh, that's the one where you build like those planks and all these buildings on like an ocean.
oh yeah, that hasn't been developed very well yet. I mean, like
Really?
it's still
I
it's
thought
still
it
being
was so
developed.
fun.
I like the idea of it. It's just it didn't. It's still, I don't know.
Is it still cooking?
It's still cooking.
I loved it, man. I thought it was so cool. I think it's worth the price because you can go far in it, and you can move from different islands once you finish your previous one. But anyways, and then there's Stone Hearth, the ones that we played that we have to play again, right? Yeah. And Hercron, I totally owe you a game of Stone Hearth. I feel so bad.
Yep.
Because he's the one that got me the game.
Yep.
And I really have to play the game with him.
Yep.
Universim.
Okay, Universim.
That's a pretty fun one. Although I hate their new road system that they have.
What's about it that you don't like it?
They automatically build roads now. So
That takes up
even
more
though-
space.
Yes, it absolutely takes up more space, and they still build huts everywhere. That's so annoying. And then the later you go on in that game, the more your little people automatically develop or build things, the more buggy it gets. 1849, I like that game.
Okay.
Not much to say. It's an oldie but goodie. And End Zone, A World Apart. I thought that was pretty fun.
End Zone, A World Apart. Yep. Okay.
That's still being cooked. That's still being developed. It's not great per se, but it's still, it's a pretty fun game. I thought it was an honorable mention because I would totally go back to playing it again. Well, what were yours? I'm curious.
Very short. Banished. That's a classic. Rim World, small time colony builder. Enjoyed that. Frostpunk, and one that you didn't mention, Avon Colony.
I've never played that one actually.
It's pretty good. I like the Haven Colony. It's very casual.
Yeah, I think I've seen you play that. I always get that and Anno mixed up.
It's like Anno, kind of, sort of. All right, so that was our top 5 and our honorable mentions. I guess we'll do new releases real quick, not too many of them. There's more than this list, but these are the ones that stood out. A Monsters Expedition, a family-friendly open-world puzzle adventure game, $20. Inertial Drift, it's our arcade racing game, $20. Disgaea 4 Complete Plus, don't know, it's a JRPG. That's one of my least played genres, $40. Star Renegades, tactical RPG roguelite. I received a key for that one, but I don't know if I'll ever play it. It's like a very tough, very hardcore. You really got to think about your moves, and you're going to get punished if you don't do it the right way. You know, $25 for that. It's on you. The Steam store page also lists it as JRPG as well, but how true that is. When I think JRPG, I think very lengthy cutscenes. You know what I mean? Similar to like Metal Gear.
I really like JRPGs. I think they're really fun. But yeah.
Sales. Steam sales this week. Borderlands 3 is 50% off. It's $30. Total War 3 Kingdoms, 33% off, $33.49. Divinity 2 Original Sin Definitive Edition, 60% off, $18. Moving on to Green Man Gaming, Pillars of Eternity, 56% off, $13.20. Magicka 2, 78% off, $3.30. Anno 2205, 79% off, $8.50. Ghost Recon Wildlands, 74% off, $12.75. Far Cry 5, 83% off, $10.20. Outer Worlds, 57% off, $25.50. Kerbal Space Program, 79% off, $8.50. And Kingdom, the original Kingdom, 90% off, 50 cents. I have a Green Man Gaming link in the below description, so click on that before you buy anything. I'll get a small cut. Humble, the sales on Humble. Shadow Tactics, 87% off, $5.09. Bus Driver Simulator, 83% off, $3.39.
That's a good one.
Conan Exiles, 70% off, $11.89. Aratus, Lord of the Dead, it's like Darkest Dungeon, 49% off, $12.74. And the Totally Tropico bundle is $12. It includes, I think, Tropico 1 through 4 with a bunch of DLCs. So that's available. There's more. I also have a Humble Bundle link in the below description. So if you click on that before you buy anything, I'll get a small cut from that as well. So that was our sales / game deals. Moving on to our community segment. Again, we have a Spanish sentence of the week. Let's go ahead and pull that up real quick. And it wouldn't be complete without our sound effect for that, if I can find it. And yes. It's beautiful.
I'm forgiven. My brothers and sisters of the Continuum have taken me back. I'm immortal again. Omnipotent again.
Swell.
I love Q.
That doesn't get copyright, right?
No, so far it hasn't. Well, man.
Good.
Let's hope not, because this is like my regular spam. If this gets, I'm dead. Anyway. So, looking at this, Hermano Tango Nueve. I need to blow it up. I can't see it. Okay. Tango Nuevos Emoticonos de Huron Incredibles para Twitch. Mirlos por favor cuando tengas tiempo. So, Herman. That's the Spanish name for Herman. It's a boy named Herman. Tango likes to tango, likes to dance. Tango is a Spanish form of the tango. Even though everyone thinks that the tango originated in Spain and is Spanish. No, tango. The word tango is a derivative of tango. People don't know that, but nuevos is 9. And Nuevo, 9. Emoticonos. That's emoticon, obviously. De Huron. Huron is a lake. Lake Huron. So we're talking about Herman, Lake Huron, and dancing. Incredible para-twitch. So Herman dances the tango 9 times with emotion at Lake Huron with incredible Twitch presence because he's on Twitch. He's streaming it while he's dancing. And then the next sentence, Miralos por favor cuando tengas tiempo. Miralos is the Spanish medicine Miralax being the stool softener. So, Miralos, please. So he's saying, I need some stool softener, please. Miralax, I need some stool softener, please. So I can dance to this tempo, the tiempo. So did I get that right?
So say it all in a sentence.
I did. It can't be said again. It loses itself in the translation. What I did was that's it.
All right, fine.
That's what you're getting.
It says Herman.
Herman.
It says Herman, yeah. No, it says hermano, tengo nuevos emoticonos de hurón increíble para Twitch. Míralos por favor cuando tengas tiempo. And that means, brother, I got awesome new ferret emoticons for Twitch. Look at them, please, when you have time.
Ferret?
Yeah.
What word is ferret?
Hurón.
Oh, that's ferret. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Hurones is ferrets. Hurón is ferret.
That was our Spanish sentence of the week. I'm learning something new every day. I won't retain it. Just saying. So Spanish sentence of the week is good to go. Pet segments. We don't have a whole lot of pictures. We had one from a fan. Tiger Claws submitted a picture. Yep. This is Nightmare, who's in black, and Zane is the other one on the very top of the picture there. So yeah. Aww. Yeah, they look cool. I don't know what breeds they are. He didn't say, but they look like gold.
His head? How adorable!
Looks like it. It looks like a golden. It looks like a Labrador Retriever. The Nightmare.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the top. Maybe I don't want to say collie. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. It looks like a poodle.
Nah, I don't know about poodle.
I don't know.
It's a mix. It's definitely a mix of something.
It's adorable, regardless.
It is. Agreed.
They look big too.
They look like big dogs.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right. So.
What kind of dog is that? I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, Sarah. So yeah, I'm supplementing my animal pictures this week because we have none left. So Sarah is a golden shepherd. German shepherd, a golden shepherd, German shepherd, and she is a baby. We'll just say that she belongs to me. I belong to her, and that's how it usually plays out. Yep. So yeah, that's her. Number 3. There's another picture of her. Nice little close up.
You have more pictures of the dog than your son or myself.
I don't know what you're talking about. On Facebook, I know. Yeah. That's not true. I don't know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. And then our last one.
Oh,
that is Sandy sleeping. I don't know why they lay outside of their hammock and then lay on that hard plastic.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's comfortable, but somehow it's comfortable. They like it.
They like doing weird sleeping positions sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So that was our animal segment. If you guys want to submit pictures, do so dgapodcast@yahoo.com. Please send them. Otherwise, we'll do something else, like a chess segment or something. Mm-hmm. All right. So the last item is game night. As far as what game, we're not exactly sure. We can't promise, but we're looking to do Among Us. We have to pay for it still, but apparently it's a party game, 4 players plus 4 to 10 players. It's one of those hidden role games where one player is the saboteur and the other players have to complete a series of tasks while the other one the bad guy tries to undermine everything. Never played it, so it may be a a flop, but we'll see. It's probably something we're going to be playing. It is typically our game nights are Friday nights, 7 p.m. EST. So this Friday is, pulling up the date now, that is the 18th. So Friday the 18th at 7 p.m. EST. Come to our Discord channel. There'll be a link in the below description around that time, and we'll see what we can do. It's $5 on Steam, Among Us, and it's free on mobile. And the mobile people can join the PC servers, from what I'm told. All right, so that was our podcast, episode 7. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been fun. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince and the ever so lovely Ida Lee. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
Bye, guys. I don't know what I'm
Delayed
doing.
reaction.
I'm trying to point to you, point to me every time you say stuff, and it's just I'm lost. Okay, bye.
Bye.